Hey everybody, Waterlove Productions here. A few days ago, we had the Greater Toledo Toy and Train Show, and oh boy, I got a haul. I can't wait to show it to you guys. So we'll kind of try to do this in order. We'll start off with kind of the miscellaneous stuff, and for that we have two switch locks, specifically a C-No and a B-No lock. I got these both for 40 bucks at one place, and they're in great shape, except for the one problem. I don't have the keys. What I do have, though, is the lantern at my grandparents, who hopefully have keys that'll fit those holes. If anybody knows how to pick these things, please send help. I don't know what I'm doing with these things. Okay, with that miscellaneous out of the way, we'll move on to cars I got. Now, the first thing I picked up is this beautifully weathered Railway Express Agency reefer. I've been looking for one of these for a long time. Not so much as they're rare, but for the fact I need to find one that's unlettered so I can run it behind anything. This one meets the requirement, and I've been running it a bit. As you can see, one is it has a horn hook, and the other has a Accurail transition coupler, essentially one that should work in theory with horn hook and Katie, so I can just don't have to really worry about it. But this is a beautiful piece. Very well weathered, whoever did it, and we'll keep going on from there. Next up, we have a very nice, I think this is an American Hobby. If I'm correct, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not entirely sure the manufacturer, of a Rock Island car with a custom load of steel pipes. I guess it'd be steel culverts, but this thing is a beautiful car, good price, only 20 bucks, and beautiful car, I guess that's really to say about it. It's a freight car. I like it. It's cool. The next one is another one. This one I picked up a little later in the show. And that would be this Texaco chemical tank. And there were several of these I could have picked from, but this was the one that kind of fits the idea of what I wanted for a future project, which if you know just from these two past cars, you will get it. NKP 757. You say nothing in the comments. You were sworn to secrecy about this. You say nothing. Those two cars and several other I have are going to be part of a bigger project. Okay, lastly, for crate cars, we have a caboose, that is, or would it be more of a way car? This is Chestnut Ridge Railway number 2620, and this thing is adorable. That's why I bought it. It's cute. I'm just like, yeah, why not? It's funny. It's something interesting. You don't see one every day, so why not get it? It only cost me 3 bucks, and this thing was I've never seen anything like it. I don't know who made it. There's no markings on it, but I have to guess Athearn for some reason. I don't know. If anybody knows, drop a comment down below. We'll see from there. Finally, we'll go on to our last bit, locomotives. This show only saw me the purchase of 3, but I'm happy with them. Our first one is the AHM Rivarossi Redbox Era C&O Hudson. This thing is a great model in specs, as the fact it has a cam motor compared to other AHM models which have their goofy cam motor, which you can't really access and needs servicing. But I have done tests with this thing, and I'm pretty sure I do need to get new traction tires for it and need to clean up the drive. So I'll probably do that before the running, but off camera. But this thing is a beautiful locomotive. I can know the front coupling is not in here. It's in the box. We're fine there. And I only paid about $160 for this. Where compared, I see those usually go for about 200. Next we move on to something from Bachmann, that being one of the earliest Spectrum K4s. Now this one kind of holds an interesting piece too, because when I got there at the show originally, me and Mason were walking around, we find this, and I'm like, hey, what's in this ominous brown box? It's just sitting under a pile. And sure enough, there's a K4, and I'm just like, ooh, I don't need it, but I need it. So it all comes to that. The guy who was running the thing was not there at the time, so I had to wait till 10. I almost completely forget about this. 10 comes around, he's there. Me and Mason are walking back through, and we're just like, oh wait, that's right, the K4. So I check back in, and we look at it. They say about 100. I get them down to 90, and I take this thing home with me. And this is a beautiful model by Spectrum, and a bit of an improvement I consider over their later ones. The fact is that the tender and the locomotive are permanently knuckled together, which gets rid of most of the problem with these dumb pin couplers, which I've had fail on the locomotive I bought last year at the show, being my Sino Mountain, which that's a beautiful locomotive in itself. And finally, the thing I'm happy I even found in the first place, but was pretty much there a good minute at the show, because if you know, Roundhouse Randy's kind of an American Flyer guy too, so there's a lot of that there. But this is quite a heavy piece. This is the American Flyer 446 HO scale Hudson from about 1943, I want to say. And this thing is awesome. Ever since I saw these, I'm just like, okay, I need to get my hands on these suckers. And now that I have it, it's a lot funner in person. The fact that it has smoke and chuff and can pull however much you want to throw behind it. So that's all of that. And I already got this thing serviced a little bit, so it runs a lot better. I don't know how to get to the axle journals though, so I can actually lubricate those. As it looks like these are press fits, so I cannot get to those. But you know the one thing they didn't have at the show? A single nickel silver right hand number 4 switch. Besides that, it was a good show, and we'll get on to the running now. I don't know how much we'll see of the freight cars running, as I don't know, as I didn't get a freight locomotive except for this, which I'll probably be running horn hook couplers with, but we'll see. And that has been basically everything I got at Greater Toledo. Since then, of recording that and doing this, I have found one key that works for one of my locks, and it's on the way. It's not here yet. But other than that, that's basically it. Other than the fact of, in April on the 21st, the Monroeville Model Train Club will be hosting a open house, which I will most likely be attending. So if you want a chance to meet me, I'll be there. Anyways, that's the end of the video, guys. See ya.